What sounds better to you? A fishing trip to an exotic port of call or a 35-pound fish fighting on the end of your line? Hi everybody, I'm David Sparks. Welcome to this edition of Saltwater Angler. You know, this week you aren't going to have to worry about answering that question because we've got it all covered. Our foreign fishing correspondent Mark Basic travels to beautiful Mazatlan, Mexico in search of dorado, tuna, and rooster fish. From 30 miles out at sea to the middle of the rolling surf just offshore, it is all here. Plus, in this week's Tech Tip, we are going to learn more about what sort of gear to pack for an international fishing trip. You know the drill. What's going to make it more comfortable? What's going to make it more enjoyable? It's coming your way right now on Saltwater Angler.
Jump force. Only nature could come up with a color like that.
It's biting the side of them.
Another nice jack.
Oh, he's burning my hands.
Because they got real sharp gill rays. I'll show them to you in a second.
It's going to bite my toe.
Located on the Pacific coast of Mexico, approximately 850 miles northwest of Mexico City, Mazatlan is fast becoming the sport fishing capital of Central America. Our first adventure takes us after rooster fish. Joining me today is Geronimo Ceballos, harbor master at the Marina El Cid Resort here in Mazatlan.
Geronimo, you've been talking about these great rooster fish that you guys have around here. Can you tell me something about them? I haven't done this before, but I'm looking forward to it.
What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go head out of the jetties, then we're gonna go to a place where usually the rooster fish feed. Okay, once we get there, we have live bait on the live well. What we're gonna do is troll with the live bait very slowly. Very slowly.
Geronimo, I've read that these rooster fish can get really, really big, and that Mazatlan has some of the biggest anywhere in the world. What kind of size range are we talking about out here?
We're talking about from 25 pounds to 45 pounds.
45-pound fish?
45-pound fish.
Well, shoot, let's not waste any more time. Let's go get them.
Let's go.
Fish on! Yes! Woo! Took that one right off the top of the wave. God, it's amazing how these fish can come in here and grow that thing. Well, you weren't lying, Geronimo, and you said these things definitely want to fight. They're stripping line fast.
Yeah. Gonna take some line out, okay?
Yeah. I think he wants to go surfing, ladies and gentlemen. He's headed to the surf.
Yeah, they usually head straight to the waves.
Excellent. I want to tell you, Geronimo, these things really fight for their weight size, don't they?
Yes, they do. They really do.
He's not ready to give any line yet. Oh, what a thrill. I tell you, what a thrill. Excellent, Geronimo. Let's see where they take that fly rock. You know, folks, these fish aren't found all over the world. This is the spot, Mexico to Central America. Rooster fish are known for their fight. And I tell you, no matter how many books you read about it, you'll never know till you have one on. They are awesome. I've got him in a little bit, but I tell you, that's some work. This is the kind of work I'd take any day.
There he is. I'm gonna get.
Oh, yeah. Turn his head a little bit. Every mile of that 3,000 miles that I took to get here to get him, he's worth it. Oh, yes.
This is your fish, Mark.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna release it, okay?
Yes, let's release that thing. What a fish. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna revive him. We're gonna revive him a little bit.
Oh, what a beautiful fish.
He's ready to go.
Okay.
There you go, baby.
Oh, man. What a fish. Thank you, Geronimo.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. How big?
Mark.
How big?
30 pounds.
Oh, he felt like about 300, but I'll take it, buddy. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Let's get some more.
Let's get some more. Let me show you how we bait it. This is a live mullet. What we do is, for a hook, we just put it right on his nose, right on the middle. It's ready to go. Let it go. Let it. Hey,
Hey!
fish on.
Hey! All right, Geronimo.
Fish on.
Oh,
That's a good one.
yeah, I get the wheel here.
Okay, can
Thank
you?
you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get away from the waves.
You know, I tell you, before I came down here, everybody said, go see Geronimo. He knows the fish. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, for 20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
You caught just about everything out here there is to catch.
Yeah. Everything in Mazatlan.
But I've noticed as soon as that fish hit the line, your eyes still lit up, so it can't be boring, huh?
Say.
Well, how'd you get started in all this, Geronimo?
Well, since I was a kid, I really like fishing. I have been fishing on these waters for more than 20 years.
But is it a family business, or did you just start off?
Well, my father used to have fishing boats, commercial shrimp boats. We had 30. My grandpa was the one who started the business here in Mazatlan
Oh, man.
for shrimp.
Wow.
And I used to go to the pier where the shrimp boats were and start fishing for little fish. This is about a 30-pound test, about a 30-pound fish mark.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, and comparable with another ones, you know, like jacks or red snappers and all the things. These things really pull. You know, they fight until they don't have any energy anymore.
Geronimo, we catch some nice fish here. Are there any others that really feed in the surf area?
Yeah, we have some jacks. We have some curvina. Sometimes we get some snook. You know, they come from the bottom and pump, get that bait.
Let's take this boy in, Ron.
Yeah.
This is a nice fish.
There he comes.
Look at the plumes on that. Ooh.
Look at the colors he has.
Oh, beautiful fish. Oh, man. Okay. That's a nice catch. Wonderful hook set there, huh?
Yeah, that's a good
And
one.
the meaty part. Oh, gorgeous fish. All right, Geronimo. Excellent.
Thank you.
Wow, look at the plumes.
Beautiful
folks.
fish.
Gorgeous. Colors. This guy, let's put him back and let him go for another day. What do you say?
Okay.
You know, folks, when we
Here you
put
go.
these fish back in, this guy didn't go according to the rules. Normally it takes a few seconds for it to revive, but he was ready to go right off the bat.
He was ready to go.
There he goes. Thank you, Mr. Rooster Fish. Let's get some more.
Okay.
While we're waiting for another hookup, let's take a look around the Marina El Cid Resort.
When you come to Marina El Cid and fish on the Aries fleet, you can catch all kinds of fish. You know, you can catch all the way from tuna, dorado, striped marlin, sailfish, swordfish, and blue marlin and black marlin. You know, we have all those kinds. We're one of the parts in Mexico that we have more different kinds of billfish on the same time of the year. All our captains in here on the Aries fleet, they have 40 to 30 years experience. They born in here in Mazatlan. They have been fishing these waters for all their lives, and so they know every place in here in Mazatlan where the fish moves, how they move, where they feed. One of the most important things in here on El Cid and on the Aries fleet is the catch and release. We start this policy since the beginning of we start the fleet in El Cid, and year by year we are releasing more and more fish for the conservation of the species. That's very important for us, so for future generations.
Up next, a few tips on what to bring along for your next foreign fishing trip.
Probably a highlight in most any saltwater angler's life is his first foreign trip after those really big fish in the blue water. Today's tech tip, I'm here to show you some of the equipment and basic necessities to help avoid any hassles and make your next trip the most enjoyable it can be. First, I'd like to talk to you about your terminal tackle that you're going to need on your foreign trip. Today's equipment is so much better and suited for the traveler. Like my rod. This is a 4-piece rod case holding 4 pieces of my fly rod. You can carry these on any airplane, and they fit in most oversized bags that you're going to want to pack your additional equipment in also. The rods are protected because the case has a hard shell and a soft lining. Excellent travel equipment. Next are your reels. You also want to take precaution to make sure your reels are protected. All good quality saltwater equipment will come with the protective packaging. Don't forget that your reels are going to be exposed to the salt air, so make sure you bring all of your protected coverings for your reels. Each particular product that we use in the salt air should always be kept in something that keeps the salt air out. And don't forget an assortment, because if you show up with one rod or one reel, you're liable to have a problem when you're there. Many places don't carry good quality equipment overseas. That's why I bring a number of rods with me. Generally on a saltwater trip, I bring between 6 and 10 rods and between 4 and 6 different reels. The next piece of equipment you surely don't want to leave behind is your fly line. Your fly lines today are so distinct in terms of the conditions that you use them. I don't even rig them to my reel until I get to my location, because the fly line itself will have to match your conditions, your weather conditions, and the type of fishing you're going to do. The next handy thing I'd like for you to bring on your foreign trip are some plastic boxes. These have a myriad of uses. This one contains all of my leader material, my tippet, information about the area, and in my hook sharpeners, pretty much everything that I have to have with me on the boat. This protects it from the elements, make sure everything is ready to go. I also use the plastic fly boxes to hold all of my flies. Oh, these are near and dear to me. These flies I make sure are the best when I come out here, and I don't want anything else to happen to these. Speaking of flies, you can never have too many. I bring a wide assortment of flies with me, because one of the most exciting things about saltwater angling is you never know what you're going to get. So you have to be prepared with all sizes, shapes, and colors of flies. Don't be caught short out there with the wrong size or the wrong color. Next, I want to talk about your all-important clothing. I know that clothing can be bulky and it takes up a lot of room, but you can't go on your foreign trip without everything you might need. Ex officio is something I love to wear. I wear it in Montana when I'm fishing for brown trout, and I wear it on the oceans when I'm fishing for all the great fish out there. Some of the great gear that they have is so multi-purpose oriented that you can really get away with just a small assortment to make your trip excellent for all weather conditions. For instance, they're coming out with a new pant that is a long pant with zippers up the side and also zipper about the mid-thigh. So once it begins to warm up out there, you can unzip your bottom portion and you're into shorts. I've done that many times on the ocean because it starts off being cool and crisp and then turns into a very warm day. This is a wonderful accessory for that. Next is your shirts. Very important piece of clothing. Again, ex officio makes a wide variety based on your personal tastes. But some of the things I really like about them is the flexibility between the long sleeve and the short sleeve. One shirt can act as long sleeve early in the day, rolled up into a short sleeve format for the afternoon. They also have side vents to keep the breeze flowing. And I tell you, as an angler, there's nothing better than to be cool when you've got a big one on the line. Next comes your foul weather gear. I like to have 2 pieces of foul weather jackets with me at all times. The first is a lightweight one for light rain. The second, hopefully you never have to use the heavy stuff, they're excellent storm jackets. If you get caught out on the high seas in very windy, rainy conditions, you want something heavy to keep all your elements off and also to use it to cover other pieces of your equipment you have along with you. That's why I like to have 2. Next comes your personal gear. I like to have several things with me that have always kept me in the game. First is a good sunscreen. You know, sun can be a hurting element out there. If you get burnt too early, cut your vacation short. Something that happens to everybody sooner or later too is seasickness. Carry a great seasickness pill or a patch that'll stop all of that before it even comes out. I like to make sure I also have my vitamins with me. If you're on for a trip, especially a week or week and a half trip, take plenty of vitamin C and multivitamins. Also, many people can talk to their doctors before they go on their foreign trip. The doctor can prescribe a general prescription for you in case you get any type of sickness in the whole local area. Be prepared, take this with you first. And try to remember to bring along a great pack. I try to keep all of my things in one spot so I always know where they are. And if you plan to do any flats wading, bring some boots. These things right here will protect your feet from that very dangerous coral. And lastly, folks, 2 things. Don't forget your passport and some local currency. It takes a little while to get your passport if you don't already have one, so allow a little extra time. The currency can save a little hassle when you get to the airport, or the docks, wherever you come in from the U.S. to the foreign country. Keep this along, keep this in mind, and next time your trip, your first one or another one, can really be the best. I'm Mark Basic, and I'll see you somewhere on the ocean.
Stick around for more action from Mexico right after this, here on Saltwater Angler. Our next adventure takes us out on the open ocean in search of Dorado. Joining me once again is Geronimo Ceballos.
Yeah, fish on, baby. Yeah, oh, Dorado this time. Another gorgeous fish. All right, I'm gonna take him in. We left this morning at the beautiful El Cid Resort. The marina and the sky was pink and beautiful. It spelled fish. F-I-S-H. We got one on right here. We got 80-pound tackle. We've had 5 rigs out. And the rigs are all been rigged up with artificial bait this morning. Kind of a squid pattern. Oh boy, he just pulled his head up. Gorgeous colors. Look at the green and the blue and the orange. This fish, one of the prettiest fish I think I've ever seen in the water. But he sure fights for every ounce that he's got in him. Oh, here he comes up a little bit. Geronimo Ceballos, my friend from El Cid, is going to help me land this today. But we sure are having a great time right off the bat this beautiful day. Boy, he does not want to come in though. Geronimo, how big do you think this one is?
That's about 25 pounds, 30 pounds.
How big do they get out here in Mexico, or in this part of Mexico? How can we expect to get a bigger one?
We get all the way to 60 pounders, 65 pounders, big bulls. That's what we call them.
Okay.
Males, usually the males are the ones who grow bigger.
Is this the best time of the year for the Dorado?
November is a very good, November is the best. Right now we're a little bit late, the water is getting too cold for them, but we're still having good amounts of Dorado around.
Excellent. They're kind of a school fish, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Sometimes we find a piece of wood or something floating, and you can catch, 50 or 60, release, and then all day if you want,
Beautiful.
You just see the water green under.
So we're going to land this, and we're going to release it.
We're going to release it.
Yes, we'll release it, let him go back. But he's giving me one heck of a fight this morning,
Okay, that's a good eating fish, but we're going to release it, and we're going to try to catch a 60-pounder.
That's right, let's get a bigger one.
Okay.
You do the honors and grab the leader.
Yes, we will. Okay. There he goes.
Tell you what, that was a real quick release. These fish down here learn just like they do in Montana. We didn't even get him in the boat, but we're going to go after some big ones. Pescado aquí!
There you go, double. I got another one.
For all you folks at home, that means fish on.
I got another one here.
Oh!
You lost yours, Mark?
Yes, You crossed the line over there? 'Cause I love the way you put these out, the 5 different rigs. Crew is excellent too, to get them out of the water. The tuna, how big a tuna down here?
Oh, probably these ones are gonna be 30, 40 pounds.
We were skipping all these lures on top. We got how far down? What's our depth here?
Right now we have about 700 to 800 fathoms.
700 to 800 fathoms.
Yeah.
So these lures, they just attract the fish to bring them up top?
They bring it up on top.
And then as soon as they get hooked, they want to go back down, right?
Yes, they start pulling because they feel the pressure of the line.
So when you're setting these, you have a drag adjustment on all your rigs, right?
We have a drag adjustment, and once you see the fish coming in, or once you just bump it a couple of times to set that hook, in case if it has a little bone or something,
right?
You get it through.
So you try to catch these things in the lower lip, you get a good hard surface
exactly
to put the hook through. Oh yeah, bring him on up here, Geronimo.
Here you go.
I noticed you grabbed the leader.
We're gonna
Is
take
that
the
the
hook
safest
away.
way to do it?
Yeah, you have to grab the leader.
Outstanding. God, what a pretty fish.
You have to be careful because we have double hooks in here.
Yes. Outstanding. What a pretty fish. Guys, this Mazatlan, Mexico fun for what?
Woo! We're gonna release it so we can have fish for everybody.
Right.
Okay?
They're good eating, but let's let him go.
Good job.
Okay, it usually takes, what, 10 or 20 seconds for them to revive?
Yes.
There he goes.
There he goes.
He's healthy, fighting fish again.
Hey, he went away.
Boy, that's not bad. I tell you, 4-footer, about 50, 60 pounds. I tell you what, we don't get those in the Bitterroot River, but I'll fish with you here any day. Let's get some more. What do you say?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Saltwater Angler will be right back after this.
Wow, you talk about a fight on your hands. I mean, getting those rooster fish to the boat is almost as big a struggle as trying to wrestle a 200-pound tarpon. But when you think about it, what a fun way to get tired out. Our thanks to Mark Basic, Geronimo Savalos, and everybody from the Marina El Cid in Mazatlan, Mexico for a wonderful experience. And in my own attempt at speaking Spanish, gracias, mi amigos. Well, that just about wraps up this edition of Saltwater Angler, everybody. For both of my partners behind the camera, Tim Brockman and Jimmy Howard, I'm David Sparks saying so long. We will see you somewhere on the water for more Saltwater Angler. Bye-bye, everybody. Or should I say, adios, amigos. Air transportation for Saltwater Angler provided by Continental Airlines.